Manifestation is the idea of aiming towards a specific outcome and a specific feeling and emotion, something that you kind of want in your life, whether that be material or emotional or mental or just how you want to feel. Manifestation, law of attraction, I'm a big believer in these ideas and these aspects, mostly because I have seen them come into play in my own life. You know, when you're placing an intention out there and you really want something to happen for yourself, you really want it to unfold a certain way, sometimes you need to let go of how these outcomes do end up showing up in your life. When we're pushing towards something and we're working on something, inevitably we may fail. If we do fail, how do we interpret this? I used to take failure very personally. It used to be quite a negative thing. And failure, it can be hard to accept that because it makes you feel like there is something inherently wrong with you. There's something that you need to fix. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a story. I'm a big believer in hard work, and I like to put a lot of work and effort into things, and I believe that the energy I put into things will be the energy I also get back in return. What I put in is what I'll get out, is what I believe. Back about a year ago, I was in a job that was more customer service based. What I was told by the people that hired me is that if you work hard, you can work into different positions within this company. And so that was my goal, is looking to work my way into something more stable, more reliable, and just easier on me, because customer service just wasn't for me. It was very draining. It was a lot. So having known that this is something that I was working towards, I tried really, really hard, and I competed with a lot of my colleagues, and I spun my wheels, and I tried so hard. I made these goals to get where it is that I was looking to get. I did lots of shadowing. I did lots of anything that would give me a leg up and really provide me with the experience that I may need to get into that role. And then all in all, eventually, after like 3.5 years of trying and really putting in so much effort and so much grit and so much hard work and believing that something would come out of this, nothing ever did. And the job was given to somebody else, which was, in retrospect, I look back at it and it was fine now. Now looking back at it, it all worked out the way it was supposed to. But back then, I took it quite intensely, because if I couldn't achieve what it is that I was looking to achieve out of hard work and dedication, then how would I ever be able to essentially manifest this into my life? And then it turns out that I applied for something just randomly within the same company, but it was just something that I knew nothing about. And I applied for it on a whim, and I all of a sudden got an interview for it. And then I got a second interview and a third interview, and I ended up landing that job. But it's really funny because the way that it turns out, this job that I did end up getting was so much better suited to me. It wasn't customer service at all. It was completely like back end, and the culture was so much better. Everything was just so much healthier, and the pay was actually better too. So it's kind of funny, because sometimes you think that you know what you want and you're aiming towards what you think that you know that you want, and then it turns out that something better could be waiting for you. So I guess the whole point of this video that I'm trying to make is that sometimes in all your efforts and all your trying, just remember that sometimes the universe has a better plan. There's something that's better suited towards you, and there's something that's going to be better for you in an all-around sense. Because for me, I guess all I was looking for was peace. Being from where I was at, I could only see so much. I could only see from this very small workspace that I was in. I could see those around me, and that's all I could see. And this job was actually a little bit more corporate, and it was completely away from that. It wasn't a title that I'd ever even heard of before. You might want something to happen a very specific way, and sometimes that isn't the way that it will work out. But I think that we need to learn to be at peace with that and find enjoyment where we're at, and be okay with the way that things do unfold, because sometimes we can't see if the thing that we're wanting so badly that we get turned down for is maybe saving us from something a lot more damaging. Maybe it's not suited for you. I mean, I think back to that position I was trying so hard to get into, and it wasn't suited for me at all. Like, it was a sales position, and I am not great with sales. I'm not great with pushing things on people. I didn't like that. I didn't like trying to convince people that that something was good for them. Yet I tried so hard. I tried to say that, you know, like if I worked on it, if I really tried to draw this aspect out of myself, I could become this salesperson. I look at that position that I didn't end up getting, and I think, wow, especially considering from where I'm at now and just being at so much peace in my life and feeling so much enjoyment being where I'm at. I can't even imagine how things would have been if that would have worked out. And it doesn't mean that don't try for specific things. Just tell yourself this or something better. I always told myself that, this or something better, and something better did end up happening for me. I just wanted to make this video today to help reframe the way that we look at the idea of failure or things that don't end up working the way that we intend them to. So of course, if you did get anything out of this video, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.